mat, and we're getting ready to do some mindful movement and stretching together. So, just like always, make sure you have enough space so that you can put your arms out to the side or lay your entire body down. Today, we're going to be working on a different yoga sequence than the one we did the last week. So, get ready to do some new things with me together. Go ahead and start out by finding a comfortable sitting position, legs crisscrossed, or you can sit on your knees with your feet tucked underneath you, whichever feels most comfortable for you. We're going to start today with some deep bear breaths. Now, in winter, bears hibernate in caves. They sleep peacefully and take a lot of time to go inwards and have for themselves. And today, we're going to practice bear breaths in order to honor them and also to kind of get some time to go inside of ourselves and find that inner peace that a bear might find when they hibernate. To get started, take your two bear paws and place them on your tummy. Sit up tall, bringing your shoulders back and down, trying to pretend like someone was pulling an imaginary string out of the top of your head, making your whole head and spine align. My two hands are on my tummy so I can feel my bear breath extend my tummy as I breathe in and come back towards my body as I breathe out. Go ahead and close your eyes and go inside. Try and find some inner peace and stillness inside your body. Noticing how your body might feel, any emotions that might come up for you today. We're going to breathe in for a count of 5 through our nose, hold it for a count of 3, and then breathe out through our nose for a count of 5. And hold it without adding any new air after we've let out our air for a count of 3. Ready? Try it with me. Eyes are closed, hands are on tummy. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, hold it at the top for 1, 2, 3. Now breathe out through your nose, not your mouth, for 5. 1. Hold it for 3 at the bottom. Now take your next deep breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top, 4. Breathe out through your nose. And hold it at the bottom. Can you feel your hands extending as you breathe in and contracting as you breathe out? Let's try 2 more together. Breathe in through your nose, 4. Hold it at the top. Breathe out through your nose. Hold it at the bottom. Awesome. Last one. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it at the top with your breath full. And exhale. All right. Hopefully taking those deep breaths helped you get some calmness and some center focus in your body. Let's get started. We're going to start out by being a little bit silly today. I've got some animal poses for us. And we're going to start out by being gorillas. So everybody come to standing on your 2 feet. But you're going to bend at your hips. Notice how my feet are shoulder width distance apart. And I'm going to bend at my hips forward so that my arms hang low to the ground in front of me. And I gently start brushing the ground with the tops of my fingers. Now, just because I'm feeling in an extra silly mood, I'm going to go ahead and make some gorilla noises as I swing my body side to side. Feel free to join me if you'd like. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah, ah, ah. All right, gently breathe in through your nose and so slowly turn from a gorilla back into yourself. Bring your shoulders down and back as the last one. One more time. Go ahead and bend from your knees. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, bend forward, letting your arms come as close to the ground as feels comfortable. Bend your knees slightly to a lap here so that you don't hurt your legs. And just swing from side to side. You could also go front to back with your gorilla arms and make the noise again if it feels fun for you. All right, let's go ahead and come back down to sitting. But this time, we're going to change positions. I'm going to tuck my feet underneath me with my toes pointed so that I am sitting on top of my feet like so. Now I'm going to turn myself into a rock. So your goal is to get as small as you can in this position. And it's a great one to find resting and comfort and connected to our earth below us. So I gently bend my body forward, bringing my hands out in front of me, and my knees can either stay under my tummy, or if it's more comfortable for you, you can bring them out to the side and just bring your forehead down to the mat. Your arms can come in front of you or be on the side next to your body. Whichever feels most comfortable for you. For me, it feels most comfortable for my arms to be in front of me. Now with your forehead against the mat, roll it or the floor or carpet, wherever you're working. Gently roll your forehead from side to side to give yourself a little massage. Focusing on just breathing in and out. This is rock position. Rock is a great place of rest and grounding, like I mentioned earlier. Now I want you to sit up on your knees, tuck your toes down so that they're facing the ground, and place your hands underneath your shoulders, coming to tabletop position. We've practiced this one before. Make sure your fingers are spread wide and each one is pressing into the floor. Now my toes are tucked and I'm going to send my hips to the sky, straightening my knees. I open my feet a little and my gaze goes between my feet, not in front of me like this. I want my neck to be relaxed and long. This position is called downward dog. So if you're feeling silly, you can go ahead and do a few puppy barks here. Wow, wow, bark, bark. And gently move one heel down and then the other so you feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. In this pose, you want to make sure that you press firmly all the way through your hands deep into the ground. And if possible, you want to try and even bring your heels all the way down at the same time. Focus on breathing in through your nose and out. We're going to do that for 5 breaths. Do that with me. Breathe in through your nose and out. 1, 4 more. In through your nose and out. 2, 3 more to go. That's 3. 2 more to go. In through your nose and out. 4, and last one. In through your nose and out. Good job. Bring your knees gently back down to the mat. My arms are still underneath my shoulders. If I drew a straight line, I'd want to go straight from my wrist to my shoulder. That's how you know. You don't want your arms to be out in front of you or too far underneath your body. You want them to be directly under your shoulder for this next pose. The next pose we're going to do together is a great core strengthener. You might have already done it in one of your workouts with me, but we'll do it here again. I'm going to step 1 foot back. My toes are tucked. I'm going to make myself into a solid plank. So I really want to engage my core and squeeze my belly button to keep my whole center of my body straight and strong when I step back this second leg. So go ahead, make sure your hands are firmly rooted into the ground, and when you're ready, breathe in, step your second foot back, and try and make sure your hips aren't too high, because that's downward dog, and that they're not too low, because this is not safe for our body. So you want it to be a strong plank or board. See how long you can hold this position for, focusing on your breath. If you feel yourself start to get shaky, see if you can hold it for 2 more big breaths. Gently bring those knees back down to the mat. If doing a full plank is too hard, you can always stay on your knees and just focus on making your body into a straight plank, face off of your knees. That's always a great altercation or modification too. All right. The next one we're going to do is called arrow pose. We're going to make our bodies as straight as an arrow, and it's a lot of core strength here again too. So you might want to take a moment, catch your breath, and then we'll get started. Arrow pose, if you fall out of it, is totally fine. Lots of us will probably fall or not be able to do it on our first try, but that doesn't mean we can't ever do it, and we'll just try it again. The important thing when you do mindful stretching is that when you fall, you don't want to let your body fall out of control. That's how it might get hurt and you might knock something down around you in your house. So if you fall, I want you to think about the movie Star Wars and try and use the force and fall as light as a leaf falling from a tree onto the ground. Now, we both know that that won't be totally possible, but it's still something we can strive for, and it's important if you can think about trying to slow down time when you start to feel yourself slip, and choose how your body lands when it hits the ground. All right, so to get into arrow pose, we start on our knees just like I'm sitting now. Now I'm going to put one hand to the mat and step one hand out to the side. On my next breath, I'm going to lift up this bottom foot that I'm sitting on right now with my bent knee and try and put it underneath my other foot. Ready? I can use my top arm to help me. Once I'm there, I extend. I want to make sure I have that good strong base. If it's too hard for you to hold both feet here, you can drop one knee down to support your body. But if you want to do the full arrow pose, you can also lift your top foot and put it on your calf. Whoop! You can see I almost started to fall there, but I used the force to control my fall and I was able to catch myself before I got hurt. So if you fell out of that pose, that's okay. Get up and try it again. Now, ready for the other side? One side might be easier than the other. For me, my right side is usually a little bit easier than my left. So I'm gonna do my best and give it a go. Ready? Lean over from your knees and put your base hand down on the ground. Step your top leg out. If you want, remember, you can use your free hand to help you get into the pose and balance. Now you go one foot up. Always have the option to drop a knee. Also have an option to try and raise your right foot, just like I did on the other side. I can't quite do that on this side yet, but if I keep trying and doing my yoga poses, I know that I'll get there soon. So I hope you enjoyed that arrow pose too. This is a great one that you can practice all the time. If you've had me in my class, you know that I often recommend that students practice plank or arrow while you're waiting for video game screens to load if you'd like to play video games, or while you're watching commercials if you're watching TV. Those are both great ways that you can work in short time periods on really strengthening an important group of muscles in our body and our core. All right, we've got one last pose to do. It's gonna help us stretch our back before we find some mindful rest time. So for this last pose, we're gonna be sharks. Everybody lay down on your tummy. You're going to not have your feet apart, but zipped together. So that means your legs are touching, your feet are touching. You wanna be in a straight line. And my arms are by my side, facing up. My eyes are facing forward, and on 3, I'm gonna lift up and use that core muscle behind my belly button again to squeeze and try and lift everything off of my body, or all of my body off of the mat that I can. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Breathe in through your nose and lift up. Try and hold it. Pretend like you're a shark swimming through the ocean. Dun, 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 dun. Breathe in and squeeze to see if you can lift higher. For 2, for 1, and go ahead and rest. Good job. Go ahead and wiggle your hips from left to right. Let's do one more shark pose together. Bring your legs together, your feet together, and make sure they're strong like a board. Remember, don't forget to squeeze your belly button and use your core muscle to try and help you lift your body. In 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, squeeze together, and lift up. Every time you breathe in, see if you can lift a little higher. Every time you breathe out, hold. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, hold, and relax. Good job. Wiggle your hips from side to side. So I know that workout was a little bit short, but one of the things that's great about yoga is you can make your very own, or actually mindful movement, is that you can make your very own routine. So what I can do is I can repeat those poses in a pattern, just like a pattern in math. Think about it. What does it do? It repeats. So if I wanted to right now, I could go back to my first pose of gorilla, And repeat everything 2, 3, even 4 times. It's your choice depending on how much time and energy that you have right now. But if you're staying with us in this rhythm, you're welcome to go ahead and find a resting place. You can lay down where you are. You can come to a seating position, crisscross, or on your knees like I am now. But go ahead and find a position that's comfortable for you, where you won't be wiggling or moving or bothered. If possible, you want it to be a quiet location. If that's not possible, that's okay. Lots of us live in small apartments that we share with other people, and choosing to be quiet isn't always an option that we have around us. So, wherever you are, find a still pose and close your eyes. Just go inside and settle down and relax. Our theme today has been around animals, and so we're going to end with a meditation that's called Animal Friends. And it's going to have to do with visualizing or making a picture in our heads. Visualization can be super powerful. It's used by lots of people all over the world for all sorts of different things. But the science behind us tells us that if we can see something happen in our brain, it helps us make it happen in real life. This one's a little bit of a silly visualization, but it helps us get the idea and can be fun too. Remember, any of the things that we practiced today are tools that you now have in your toolkit to use throughout the week, depending on if you have strong emotions or stressful feelings start to come up for you. All right, I hope that gave you enough time to find your settled, calm position. Close your eyes, start to focus on your breathing, and listen to my words, enjoying them. Settle down and relax. Close your eyes and go inside. Breathe in love. Breathe out worry. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathe in love. Breathe out worry. One last one. Breathe in love. Breathe out worry. Great job. Imagine that you are outside. The sun is shining. Birds are chirping. You hear a rustling in the bushes and then a giggle. It's an animal watching you and it wants to be your friend. What kind of animal is it? Don't say it out loud. Just see it in your mind. Let it come close to you so that you can sit together and be close. The animal is wise and here to support you. If you have a question, a secret, or a problem, you can share it with them. They will help you. Your animal friend loves you very much. Do you have your animal friend in your mind? Go ahead and take a few minutes of quiet meditation. I'm going to do the same. And call your animal to mind. See what happens. What do you talk about? What do you notice? Just stay still in your body and try not to move. If the animal leaves your brain and something stressful enters your mind, go ahead and push that stressful thought to the side and then ask your animal friend to come back. Here we go. Wherever you are in your visualization, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Draw your attention back to the sound of my voice. Gently open your eyes. Wherever you're sitting or laying, take a big morning stretch. And come back to a sitting position. What animal did you think of? For me, I always call in a hummingbird. I don't know why. Ever since I was little, whenever I do visualizations like that, whether I'm trying to call them or sometimes they just come on their own. Hummingbirds are who come to visit me. What animal visited you? Tell a parent or family member. And tonight, when you're going to bed, see if you can call your animal friend back into your mind and have it help you fall asleep. That's it for our time together this week, but I look forward to seeing everybody next week and continuing to work on some stretching and mindful moving. Thanks. This is Miss